My sister, if you are picking more than 4 strands of hair and the place is not even the base, my sister, you are in trouble. Like, that wig is not going to come out wonderful. Like, at the end of the day, the wig is going to just be looking like, I don't know, it's not even going to be looking like a wig, it's going to be looking. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sophia. If this is your first time tuning in, don't make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button. So let's get right into it. What did I just say? So today's video, as you have seen from the thumbnail and the topic and the title, that today's video is talking about the common mistakes that we make as hair ventilators, and we know that if we make these mistakes we may lose clients. So I'm going to talk about the mistakes today, about 7 of them. Guys, if I'm looking down, I'm trying to look at the outline that I've made for this video. So the first thing is introduction. Yes, like we know, hair ventilation is very rampant in Nigeria now. Like, everybody's a hair ventilator, every hairdresser is a hair ventilator, but we usually make so many mistakes. And yeah, hair ventilation just simply means, if you are new to this game, it just simply means just knotting hairs on a lace. It can be Swiss lace, it can be HD lace, whatever kind of lace. Hair ventilation can either make or break your wig. It's very, very important that you don't make these mistakes, because it's going to cost you clients. And it's good that you make realistic wigs, like not just making wig, make wig that look like scalp, like look like it's someone's natural hair, that if they will not look at them very well, it will give the illusion that it's the person's hair. If not, it just looks cheap. I personally have made so many mistakes, and I'm just going to like tell you from my experience. And if after this video there are some mistakes that you feel like I didn't mention, please do it to keep it in the comment section, and let's get right into it. First mistake is picking too much hair. So many people I think any picture I have that is explaining what I'm trying to say, I will put it somewhere around this video. But picking too much hair, my sister, if you are picking more than 4 strands of hair and the place is not even the base, my sister, you are in trouble. Like, that wig is not going to come out wonderful. Like, at the end of the day, the wig is going to just be looking like, I don't know, it's not even going to be looking like a wig, it's going to be looking terrible. Honestly, sorry to say, but so many people out there are making terrible wigs, especially here in Nigeria, and that is why so many people are so afraid to even give people their wigs now. And so many ladies are cashing out from this hair ventilation business because they are doing their wigs very well. Picking 3 to, let me say, from 1 to 4 strands, I think that is the ideal strands. You can tell me if you think I'm wrong or right in the comment section, but I think for the different sections, there are different strands of hair you should pick. Let's say, for instance, you have this. I'm going to talk about this later. So you have this. The only place I think that you should pick plenty of strands is the base. The base is the only place I think that you should pick 4 strands, because there are some people who would love to style their wig, like they would love to style it, and they may bring all the ones in front, so that base should be okay to cover the back. And if your, let me say, your hairline situation is like 4 strand, 5 strand, it's not going to look natural, especially when you're making the 5x5 closure, the 6x6 closure, 7x7, and the 13x6 and your full lace. Yeah, that would be an issue. So please, if you are picking the base, it can be 4. If you are picking the body of your work, it can be 3 to 2 strands. Then if you are picking your hairline, close to your hairline, it can be 1. Then if you are picking your hairline, it can just be 1. You skip plenty of holes. Another 1, you skip plenty of holes, so that it just looks natural. That is the first mistake. The second mistake I'll be talking about in this video is pattern drafting. It's just something like this. There are so many of these on my channel now. Pattern drafting is important because it just gives you like a guideline on where you can ventilate. When I was beginning air ventilation, what is my concern? I will just cut my lace and start ventilating what I can ventilate. But it's very, very important that you do your pattern. You pattern draft before you start ventilating. Let me show you a work I'm currently working on now. It's a 13x4 frontal. Guys, this is what it looks like. I don't know if this is going to focus. But focus, like you can see from here, it's just like the hairline. I ventilated the part I wrote body, the back there is a base. And also in this pattern I also made, you can see the base, the body. I hope this is focusing. This is the base, this is the body, and this is the hairline. It's very, very important that you are sure, because this pattern drafting helps with you, like knowing where to navigate to, and knowing where you put one strand, knowing where you will put two strands, and knowing where you need to make the place full to give you that density so that it can cover like the back of your wig. Because there are some wigs that when I was starting out, I would make a wig. I would make a wig, and when you sew the wig, you'll be seeing like at the edge, you'll be seeing like the pattern, you'll be seeing the wefts. Even when your hair, like the density is not full enough. So when your base is full enough, it just makes your wig look seamless. That is another problem that I talk about. Another problem is no baby hair, no hairline. That is one major wahala. When you are picking like 5 to 6 strands, you don't even know where is the front, you don't know like where the back is, like there is no hairline. Look, you are saying, let me say Davido's wife, like you can see that frontal that she used for her wedding. Like you can see the way her scarf was on top of the frontal. Like you can see how natural that hairline was looking. It's because the person that ventilated that particular lace ventilated it very scantily towards the front. You can't tell me that that's the way the person ventilated that front, or let me say they later plucked it. But at least the person that ventilated it used ones that scanty, and then the base was fuller, just to give it that coverage, just to give it that fullness. Because if you ventilate, let me say the entire wig as one strand, it's not going to be full enough for you to style. I hope I'm making sense to somebody. So yeah, that is another problem. I'm going to talk about inconsistent density. This was something that, God, I'm sweating. This was something that I was suffering from a lot. Inconsistent density is that, I don't know if the name I applied the name well, but it's just like here at the base, I've chosen that I will make 3 to 4 strands. So as I'm ventilating, I'm like using my eyes to count my hair, ventilating the base. I know it's 3 to 4. Then I get to the body, I'm choosing 2 to 3 strands. You know that the difference between 2 to 3 is not that much. But just imagine that now I'm ventilating the body of my work, and I'm using 6 strands in one hole. I'll use 7 strands in another hole. Then I'll go back, use 2 strands in another hole in the same body of my work. When somebody eventually use a comb to open up the hair, maybe to style it, my clients will be pissed, because you just be seeing that it's inconsistent, it's not giving natural. That is one thing that is very important. When you are making your wig, just know the number of hairs that you are picking. It's going to make everything look uniform. That's what I'm even trying to say. Just make it look very uniform, so that when they open the hairs, like it's giving natural vibe. That's what I want to say. And you will not give the person that is going to pluck or do a lot of work, it just looks beautiful. That's the vibe that you would want. And another problem is improper knotting technique. I know there is single knot method, there is double knotting method, there is single split knot, there is double split knot. These different knotting methods, they have the different places where they are applied for. I think I will make a whole video on this particular issue. If you also have any issue, don't forget to drop it in the comment section. And if you don't agree with anything I say, please, we are a family, we are learning together. Please drop it in the comment section. I beg you, in the name of God. So yes, improper knotting technique is that you don't knot your let me say in a situation where you are making single knotting method, just the normal single knotting method, you don't tie it properly. And you know that something that you don't tie properly, it will end up losing. Or maybe when we are working with hair blends or human hair, it's very important that you double knot. Some people don't double knots for their human hair or their hair blends. At the end of the day, when the owner of the wig is trying to brush the hair, you'll be seeing some hairs that they are coming out at the bottom of the closure, which is not supposed to be. I think the only ventilation that doesn't need double knotting is for braided wigs. Honestly speaking, I feel like it's for braided wig because the braids are already holding the hairs. They're already holding them in one place, so you don't brush braided wigs. So I think that single knotting works for braided wig well, then double knotting works for any hair that you need to brush. As long as you are brushing that hair, please double knot it so that it doesn't, when the person washes the hair, it doesn't come out under the lace of the cap. Like, this is the closure, now we have ventilated, this is the closure, the lace, this is the lace. Under the lace you'll be seeing hairs under. That is very unprofessional, and it's something that will either make or break your wig. If your customer finds out that you have done that, they will never patronize you again. So that is very, very important. Then we have gone a long way. Another problem that I still make mistake with even till today, but I always try to correct myself, is wrong hair direction. When you are ventilating, it's important that the direction that you are working with is going, like when the letter want to style the hair, it will not cause wahala. Like the direction that the hair is falling to. Let's say for instance with this my work that I'm ventilating now, as you can see this part, the hair is going backwards. I hope you can see it. It's going backwards and it can come like to the left. Most times it's not going to go to the right that much, but it's going backward. So if at all my clients now wants to style this hair, if they want to style the hair, you know the styles, maybe they can make it up, they can just bring a swoop this way. You see that all these parts will still follow up. But in a situation where I want to ventilate now, I don't even check the direction. I'll just make it maybe face myself and I'm ventilating and it's coming forward. It's coming forward like this. It will not be nice. Because when you want to now push it backwards, it's going to cause a very serious issue. And that is also one problem that we as hair ventilators face. Then the last problem is a problem I'm personally guilty of, is that your needle can be blunt. Your needle can be rusted. This needle, I don't know if it's going to focus. Is this my needle? I don't know if it's me that just have this problem, or when my needle breaks, I don't know, just changing the needle and getting my fingers accustomed to a new needle is very, very, I find it very, very difficult for me. So, difficult. So, I just be like, okay, let me just use the old one, except it's broken. In this situation, this one is almost looking like it's rusted. In a way, it's not as smooth as the new one. You know, when hair glides on smooth iron, it will just be moving quickly. But since this one is no longer, this one is looking rusted, it, in a way, it just kinds of, it's not, the friction is not there. So it's very important that you use a new set of needle. Guys, this video, I hope it's not too long and I hope you really learned something. So in conclusion, we'll be talking about the different problems I talk about. The first one, I talk about picking too much hair. Please, 4 strands is the, I think 4 strands is the highest, and that should just be just your base, your body of your work, 3 to 4, 2 to 3, depending on you, depending on the density that you're looking for. Then pattern drafting, there are so many videos on my channel. I'll put some of these links on to this video on my in my description box. Oh my god, I'll put some links in my description box so that you can watch those videos. Yes, and God, I'm a little bit confused. No baby hair, inconsistent density, improper knotting technique, wrong hair ventilation direction, and using of a blunt needle. These are some of the mistakes I talked about. And in conclusion, hair ventilation takes time. I want you to know that I personally, I didn't really learn from anybody like in a particular store or something, but I've learned, like I've been ventilating for like 2 years or so, and I'm still learning. I'm still a work in progress. So hair ventilation takes time. Don't be in a rush. Just implement these little steps. It takes time. So I want you to also share your experience with me, and Yes, let's not feel like we're alone. I want you to share your experience with me. And if you also have some problems that you feel like I did not mention or I skipped, I would love you that you drop them in the comment section for me. And I will drop some of those videos too, especially my pattern drafting, so that you can make your own patterns, because that is just like the base. That is like you want to build a house, the plan. That is very, very important. Pattern drafting is very important, and I will advise that you make sure you pattern draft before you make your next project. Yes, that is it for this video. Do it to like, do it to subscribe, and do it to share this video to a hair ventilator that you know. Please, we can know. Please, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.